You know who I am?
Anything you say, Willy. Anything you say.
It's official.
What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Thomas back again with another rendition of Truth Be Told. Now, there wasn't really anything again major in the news. You are seeing a lot of the coverage of the whole, I don't even know the names because I don't really haven't paid that much attention to it. The whole YouTuber and her boyfriend killing her or whatever, and they're after him, yada yada yada. Now the news is going crazy on this story and trying to push it so much to politically steer the public away from what's really going on with Afghanistan and Biden and everything. They're trying to cover his ass, or this false administration. So ignore it, because they're literally just trying to blindside the public from what's really going on with the new Nazi regime. Anyways, that's all I saw in the news, really. I just got done watching this movie called Willy's Wonderland. Now, it's been out for a few months, but it's all I've had to watch until a couple other movies I've been waiting to check out comes online. Anyways, Willy's Wonderland. This movie stars Nicolas Cage. It's supposed to be like this horror comedy, dark comedy kind of type of movie. Now, the whole story revolves around Nicolas Cage showing up to this town. He's like this drifter or whatever, supposedly. And the townsfolk, they trick him into staying one night in this like kids pizza place. It's basically like a parody of Chuck E. Cheese, but it's ran down. It no longer runs. The townsfolk, they lure people in to this building so the animatronics can try to kill them off. Basically, they usually do something where they mess up, someone passing through town, their car, they screw with their car. In order to fix it, they have to stay the night, and they tell them if they stay at this Willy's Wonderland place and clean it up for the night, they will repair their vehicle for them, and the next day they can leave to work it off, which is kind of dumb, because supposedly they do this all the time, which makes no sense. At some point in time, someone would have cash to pay the guy, so that part it really makes no sense that they keep getting away with doing this. But anyways, Nicolas Cage, he takes the offer or the bait or whatever to get his car fixed. he decides to work for a night at the place. Now, almost entirely the whole movie, Nicolas Cage does not talk. He says a few words at the beginning of the movie, and then you don't hear him speak again throughout the entire movie. Now, while he's in this place, one by one, the animatronics try to kill him. And each time, he ends up killing them. You know, he tears them apart every single time. Again, makes no sense. There's a group of teenagers who want to stop the killing. One girl in particular. Apparently, the person who built the Willy's Wonderland place was a serial killer, and he had some serial killer buddies, you know, that were with him, and they would kill people constantly. The police found out. They came in, but Willy and his serial killer buddies had dubbed into the occult, witchcraft, whatever, and they did a suicide pact, performing a ritual which supposedly sends their spiritual energy into animated objects, so they can keep on killing. Now, this type of story has been done before. This is not new. I've seen other horror flicks where, you know, someone has possessed an inanimate object or whatever and kept on killing. Child's Play is one of the top ones that I remember. Anyway, that's the background story. That's why all the animatronics keep coming alive. They want to kill everybody. Now, the townspeople made a deal with the animatronics, telling them that they would lure people in if they wouldn't go out killing people in the town, because that's what originally had happened. So they made a deal with Willy and his little animatronic buddies, that they would lure people in. And from that point on, for years they've been luring people in to stay the night at Willy's Wonderland, which makes no sense why they would do it, but whatever. And they've just been killing people for years. The teenage girl that Nicolas Cage meets, she was a little girl, and her parents were trapped and killed, and then the sheriff took her in, kind of like her own daughter kind of thing, because she felt bad for her. And that's where she comes in. Naturally, towards the end, Nicolas Cage basically wipes them all out. The teenage girl, all her friends pretty much get killed. She's the only one left, and she leaves with Nicolas Cage at the very end of the movie. That's the entire fucking movie. I shit you not. Honestly, I thought this movie was dumber than shit. The fact that he doesn't talk throughout pretty much the whole entire movie was kind of dumb. First of all, why is he there in that town? Why is he not freaked out by these animatronics trying to kill him? And yet he's killing them off one by one. There's scenes in the movie where he's constantly staring at the Willy animatronic, like he's waiting for him to wake up and come after him so he can kill him, specifically him. I don't know why. It's like he has a vendetta. Like he knows about the animatronics, kind of. But still, at the same time, it doesn't explain anything of Nicolas Cage's character, why he's doing everything. Why he's killing them all. It makes no sense. I don't know. I just thought it was dumb. It wasn't funny. I didn't see any humor in the entire movie. I thought it was dumb. Everybody pretty much dies except for him and the girl. Seriously. So, and they don't say two words to each other. She tries to talk to him, but he don't say shit. You know, she just hops in the car and goes with him. What the fuck ever? It's fucking retarded. Again, this movie, you know, Nicolas Cage is the only decent actor, and like I said, he doesn't really do anything. He just beats the shit out of these animatronics the entire movie. Everybody else is unknown actors. So the acting really wasn't that great at all. The special effects were really cheesy. I mean, you could have done way better, but they were really cheesy for today's special effects. I give this movie 2 thumbs down. Don't waste your time watching this movie. It sucks. Bad. Anyways, that's all I have to say about that movie. Let's move on to your B-movie reviews. Alright, movie-holics, let's move on to your B-movie reviews. This week we have 2 B-rated cult classics. This is Sci-Fi Week. The first one is a Roger Corman movie. Everybody knows who that is. He's like the king of B movies. And the first one is called Battle Beyond the Stars. It was done in 1980, and it made about $7.5 million worldwide. It starred Richard Thomas. You probably know him if you ever seen the old show called The Waltons. He was John Boy in it. That's pretty much what he's well known for. You also had B-movie star John Saxon in it. Darlene Flugel. And of course the ever beautiful Sybil Danning was also in this. The story basically is like The Dirty Dozen done in space. You know, John Boy goes out and recruits a bunch of mercenaries to help defend his planet against John Saxon, who's the villain, from destroying it. Pretty much just about everyone dies in this movie. All the mercenaries anyway. By the time it's all said and done. And John Boy and Darlene, who's playing his like girlfriend, are pretty much the only ones left alive. Even the ship, every ship gets blown up. He has a ship that has an artificial intelligence called Nell. He blows it up too. So it's basically just him and the girl that makes it to the end. And that's pretty much the end of the movie. After they defeat John Saxon, that's done. It's done. It's over with. It's okay for what it was. It's a decent action, sci-fi action flick. Yeah, it was cheesy, but it's one of the better Roger Corman films, to be honest, or sci-fi films that he did. The acting wasn't all that bad. You had some decent stars in this. So the acting was fairly decent. I give it a 3 out of 1 through 5. The story was okay, even though you pretty much have seen it done a dozen times. No pun intended, but it was alright. For B movies, I give this 2 thumbs up. If you're a hardcore sci-fi fan, go ahead and check it out. It's alright. It's not bad. It's definitely a one-time watch. The next movie I chose to watch is a movie done in 1984, and it was called Ice Pirates. It made about $14 million at the box office worldwide, so it did okay for back then. Not the greatest, but not bad either for a B flick. This starred Robert Urich and Mary Crosby. Basically, the whole story is in the known supposed galaxy they're in. Water is very scarce. In fact, the only water source that they know of comes from one planet. They tend to freeze the water into ice a lot and transport it to different other sectors of the galaxy. Now, there's one group that controls all the water. They've gotten rich off of it. Everyone pretty much is slaves to them. They also have a royal family, blah blah blah, that controls the ice or water, whatever. Now they're called ice pirates because they go and they attack ships and steal their ice. The main story is basically Mary Crosby's father. She's a princess of this king or whatever. He pretty much found another planet that has water on it, an abundance of it, and if word ever got out, the company that holds the water or controls the water would lose out, and they don't want it to get out that there's another planet out there that has water. And now, in order to get to the planet, you got to go through some type of time warp barrier that surrounds the planet. In other words, you age fast or slow depending on the time, when you enter the time warp and how much time you got to get through it. You have to be in exact coordinates to get through it in a decent amount of time, or you're stuck in the time warp and you die. You grow old and you die. So the whole movie is about them trying to get to this planet, and this company or this corporation that controls the water is chasing after them, trying to kill them. However, you know how the story goes. Towards the end, they find the planet, and that's the end of the movie. Literally, as soon as they find the planet, movie done, over. You don't get what happens after they find the planet. They just find the planet, movie done. Which, again, made no sense. But whatever. The movie's actually pretty fucking funny. I have to admit, it's actually, for a B movie, it is funny. I laughed my ass off through the whole movie. And originally it was supposed to be taken seriously, but because they cut the budget so low, they turned it into like this comedy thing, which worked as far as I could tell, but apparently it didn't, you know, become a major hit. I don't know why. It was a good movie. Had Ron Perlman in it too. And Angelica Houston was in this. It was a good movie. It was funny. It was hilarious. Anyways, I definitely I recommend this movie. Definitely check this movie out. 2 thumbs up. It was hilarious. Great movie. You won't be disappointed. At least watch it once. Overall, I give this movie, as far as acting and story and everything, it was decent. I give it a 4. It was really good for a B movie. Definitely check it out. Anyways, that's all I have for you this week. Until next time, well, no, wait. If you have any thoughts about what I said earlier in the video, please leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. If you know of any B-rated or underrated movies or classics, cult classics, and you think I might not have ever heard of, please leave your suggestions down in the comments down below, and I will get to reviewing them as soon as I can. Until next time, I told you to be told the truth, and you've just been told.